Matango, also known as Attack of the Mushroom People in the United States, was released in 1963 and is another Toho science fiction film that doesn't really revolve around monsters and is a little more grounded. Again, little because there are mushroom people in this movie. But anyway, the movie focuses on a group of friends who are out sailing on a yacht. They're having a good old time. Basically, they're on vacation. Suddenly, their yacht gets caught in the middle of a storm. Their sails get torn up, and they're basically lost at sea. The boat drifts near an abandoned island, where the group find an old abandoned ship that still has supplies in it, but also contains a box full of Matango mushrooms. And according to the ship's log, the crew disappeared as a result of eating the mushrooms. So the rest of the movie is pretty much them trying to survive off of what they have and figure out a way to get off the island before they either go mentally insane or give in to the mushrooms. As I said, this is another science fiction film, much like The H-Man, that's a little more grounded and doesn't really focus on big special effects, aliens, or giant monsters. And it's definitely weird. This is a very weird movie. Not as crazy as the Japanese horror film House, not that insane, but this still is a very weird and often psychedelic horror movie. When I first saw this movie, it kind of freaked me out, and then when watching it again for this review, it still has that same effect. Like, I mentally almost went insane watching the movie and just seeing everything that's going on with these characters, seeing them fight temptation, seeing them argue with each other. It just really messed with my mind. And a lot of that has to do with the performances. You have a lot of familiar Toho actors in this movie, like Akira Kubo, Kumi Mizuno, Kenji Sahara, and Hiroshi Koizumi. All of these actors do a really good job, and they really sell you on the fact that these people are losing their minds, to the point where you feel like you're one of the group. You're losing your mind and you almost just want it all to end so things can be normal again. The score is not done by Akira Ifukube this time around, whose style is very haunting and would suit this movie, but the score it does have is very acceptable for this kind of movie, and the cinematography and atmosphere really help in making this film very psychological. This movie is in fact so psychological that I'm kind of disappointed with the ending, because the way the movie plays out, if you were to not watch the last scene, you could almost take in the fact that everyone is hallucinating seeing these mushroom people. That way, when the main character is rescued, you don't know whether he's insane or not. I think that would have been a much better ending instead of what they ultimately went for in the end. But while the actual ending is not really bad, I think it would have been a lot smarter for them to really make the audience question whether what they just witnessed was real or not. It leaves the audience unsure and is another way to just fuck with their mind whether or not these mushroom people are real, what really happened to these group of people that didn't make it. But then again, I'm probably going down the path of, if I made this movie, this is what I would have done. I will say the movie is often slow. Even when there's not anything psychological going on, sometimes it can be a little bit of a drag. And the mushroom people don't really pop up that much, which that I don't mind because, again, going back to my idea of these things can be taken as if the characters are imagining them. So I'm not too bummed out that the mushroom people don't appear that often, but again, it is a slow movie, because I think Matango is actually quite an underrated movie. It's definitely gained a cult following as the years go by, and I think it's something to really watch alone at night or with your girlfriend/boyfriend. The movie will probably mess with your mind, and there are a few humorous bits here and there, but definitely one that I recommend. So it's a movie that's worth seeing in your lifetime. I didn't quite love it, and some pacing issues keep me from loving it, but on the whole, I definitely recommend this movie. And it's another movie that I can recommend to those who are not fans because it's a little more accessible, but maybe not as much as H-Man. Still really good. And that's my review for Matango. I can't wait to hear what you guys think about the movie if and when you see it. Like, subscribe, share them with your friends. Don't forget to check out my website and go follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud, and Periscope. This is the real Mr. Robinson telling you there's only one.